look in the mirror, man, you're so dirty. Yeah, you look so dirty. You were never worthy. Lately, it's you.
Welcome to the Jeremy Hill Show. If you're easily triggered, leave now because this is not the show for you. Now, what I will be discussing in this reaction video is how a trauma bond or a traumatic experience can impact the mind of a woman to the extent where she can't really pair bond. We're gonna go deeper into that. Their inability to not be able to pair bond is not always because they have a high body count. Sometimes it's just trauma. So let me go ahead and get into this. I'm gonna let this lady talk about it, and I'm gonna break it down. Hold on one second. Hope y'all had a good weekend so far. Now check out what this lady got to say to you. You dig?
I know I'm a beautiful girl, beautiful woman, and I got a heart of gold. And it's crazy how people always wonder, mostly men, Miracle, why you so stuck up? Why you so mean? Why you don't want nobody? Why you been single for so many years? Coming from growing up, and everyone should know, like, the world that we live in, it is some evil and sick people out here. Some people gotta understand, I've never had the best experiences when it came to men in the past. Never. I've been cheated on before. I've always had an attempt assault put on me before. I've had men try to sexually harass me before, take it. Never gotten that far. I wouldn't love to get that far. I've had men take advantage of me, made me feel less of a woman, made me feel less of what I am today. Like I'm happy with myself. I know I'm more than what anyone says about me. And I'm pretty sure a lot of women can probably relate to what I'm talking about. Like, some of y'all have to understand, I have dealt with men that have... I've always been a lover girl. So, when I like somebody for real, I like them and my heart is always in it. And I used to be such the sweetest person.
There you go. Now, let me break all that stuff down, what she just said. What you got from her was she moved too fast. She didn't vet men properly. Now, if they are men who, try to assault her, that's one matter. If a man tried to harass her, that's a different issue. But everything else that she said tells me that she is gullible. She's naive. She's one of the women who base her relationships built on commonality instead of compatibility. Compatibility is when you have a value system that harmonizes with the other person's value system. That's what compatibility is. You won't get 100% everything you want, but if you are truly compatible, you might get 80 to 90, and that other 10% y'all learn how to work with. But when you are getting into relationships based on commonalities, such as you like to go to the same places, you dislike the same things, you like the same type of activities, well, that's not a relationship. That just means you like stuff. And for a woman, most likely, most women do this, they get into relationships built on attraction and commonality. Never attraction and compatibility. You get what I'm saying? That attraction is the initial step to a relationship. It should not be the thing that carries the relationship. Now, what you heard when she said that she never was treated right by men and she used to be a good girl and all this stuff like that, that's a trauma bond. Trauma bonds are not, it does not mean when a woman has a trauma bond that she still wants that person that she's with, gentlemen. It doesn't mean that at all in a lot of cases. A trauma bond is simply the memories of the traumatic experience that they've had. So these memories of the traumatic experience with an intimate partner or just anyone that was in a position that she felt she should be able to respect or feel safety from, when they go through these traumatic experiences, they put their walls up, and it makes it difficult, if not impossible, for them to be able to pair bond. Like I said, a high body count isn't always relative to their inability to pair bond, but they do have to sleep with a lot of these people that traumatize them. So it works in tandem with each other. You get what I'm saying? So These type of women, they have to get therapy, but the thing is, they have to learn how to trust again. Because when they get trauma bonds, they are unable to trust anybody. They cannot feel safe with anybody, and they do not ever, ever, ever feel secure with somebody. They will always be jealous. They will always question you. They'll always be paranoid. They will never have faith in you or the relationship. They will try to be in a relationship. They will try to have faith in something or someone, but because they haven't addressed their demons, since they haven't addressed their issues from past relationships, they are unable to love you, gentlemen, the way that you deserve to be loved. This is a young lady. Let's keep that in mind. This is a young lady who's already dealing with the trauma bonds that you heard come out the mouths of 45 and 50-year-old women on TikTok. This is a woman in her 20s talking like this. So what's going to happen is, most likely she's going to keep getting trauma bonds because right now she's lost. She don't know what to do. All she knows is she wants a man, but she haven't understood that she has to know how to vet a man. Gentlemen, this is what you're seeing in these streets. This is why, ladies, why you're only good for smashing and dashing most time, because you have let too many men smash and dash on you. You ain't gotten into the wrong relationships. So now you're unfit to be in a relationship. You get what I'm saying? So you have to do the work on yourself. This is a trauma bond. This is a trauma bond. Now, when people go through trauma bonds, sometimes the way that the trauma bond can be lifted is only by the person who caused the trauma. Example, if you have a child who has a mother and the mother leaves the child with the grandmother for the grandmother to raise, the grandparents to raise, and that child grows up wanting to know where the mama at because the child see all the kids with their mamas, and that child will keep that hurt in them. No matter how well they are successful in life, it will still bother them. That pain hurts. The only one that can kind of bring some kind of relief to that is the mother. When she comes back and she gives an explanation or she apologizes, it won't take away all the pain, but it helps a little bit. Some people are so hurt that the only ones that can fix that hurt are the people who hurt them or a religious experience. Let's keep going.
Never mean, never did nothing bad, no nothing. And me being that nice always got me hurt in the end. Like, sad to say, it's true but scary. Like, folks be like, why you so scared to get married? I see so many men cheating on their wives every day. They can have the best wife, cook, clean, do everything for them, be there for them mentally, financially, all that, and will still step outside. I know it's not the case like that for everyone's marriage or relationship, but the rate is higher for bad ones than good ones nowadays. Like, I've had men come into my life tell me, I ain't gonna be shit. I'm just gonna be a 16. Nobody gonna love me. Nobody gonna.
They didn't come into your life. They was invited into your life. You chose to deal with these people. Stop trying to make it seem like you just a victim. That's one of the biggest problems among our women. They always want to make it someone else's fault, man. You get what I'm saying? They didn't just come in your life. You welcomed them in your life. Then you got hurt by them. Now you are dealing with a trauma bond, and now you want to talk like all men in marriages are bad. Everything's bad. You're saying that because you can't find someone to get married to. If you can get married yourself, I promise y'all, if she could find someone to be married to and she was happy in that, she wouldn't be on TikTok talking about bad marriages. This is her way of just trying to attack people. Even though she's hurt people hurt people. You get what I'm saying? People who've been hurt will lash out to hurt other people. And that's what's going on right here.
Marry me. I'm gonna have a kid before I'm 18. Like, I'm worthless. And when you do give your heart to people, you try to be good, because me personally, I would never want to treat someone how I wouldn't want to be treated. Like, I'm not perfect. I've made my fair share of mistakes in my life, but that's literally part of life. You grow up, you learn, you become better as a person. As far as relationship, man, it's never about what the man is, who you give it to. Anyone can come into your life and portray themselves as a good person, good man or woman, and still do you dirty, and they show you their true colors.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the good people suffer the most. Like they deal with the most hardships of things. Anytime I've ever been cheated on, it was never an upgrade. It was always a downgrade. So it you know,
That's another example of trauma bond. When a woman say shit like that, well, he cheated with a woman that was uglier. She didn't look as good as me. That impacts their self-esteem. I'm telling you this from I know from dealing with women. A woman like that right now, if I was to catch her and I was still in the game, I can get her. You know why? Because she's broken right now. I'm just being honest with you. I could see the weakness in it. Her weakness is a sweetness to a pimp. And I ain't trying to say that to be funny like that. But all you got to do is just start speaking the right things to her. It wouldn't take long and just do a little bit, and then she'll be all over you too. And I'm not saying that's the right way to be. But that's why I say y'all need to stay off TikTok, because you are exposing yourself to people who have a predatory mindset. And when I say predatory, I'm not talking about those dudes who like kids. I'm talking about when you in the game and you really in the streets, you got to have a predator's mentality to an extent, man. You got to be the apex predator. I'm just letting you know. And like I said, man, she bringing this stuff in on her own life, man. These guys are not just running in her life. She's picking these men. She don't know how to vet these men. And from what she's saying, she don't know how to vet her own friends like that. You understand? You got to have some coldness in your heart, man. You can't be good to everybody. I hate to say that. I used to think like that when I was real young, but you can't be, man. You got to make people earn everything in your life. If they want your friendship, well, you got to see if they're going to earn it. They want to be your woman, they got to earn it. Don't just give nothing out for free, man. That's value. Don't never give out anything that's priceless freely. Don't never give that out. Don't give yourself out to anybody just for free. Some of these suckers do that. They get these women and they come up and they do whatever they want. Live with them. They ain't got to do nothing. They ain't got to work. They ain't got to do nothing. Just look pretty. You're giving yourself out for free, man. You don't do that. You make that woman earn you, man. And that she don't understand that. She just giving her coochie out willy-nilly because she's in love. Now, she might not be sleeping around like a thought, but when she's in love or think that you're someone that she wants to be with, she'll give it to you. That's the vibe I'm getting off of her. And then you dig it out till you get tired of it, you move on, and now she's heartbroken with another trauma bond. So this woman has low self-esteem, I promise you right now. The fact that she brought that up, me being who I am, I can tell you that self-esteem is shattered. I can tell you, and she pretty. She ain't an ugly woman. She's kind of pretty. But right now she's weak and she's vulnerable, and it don't take much to pull her right now. I promise you it wouldn't. Let's keep going.
when stuff like that used to happen, it used to always make me question myself. How is that person better than me? Like,
You see what I said? Her self-esteem. I'm gonna back it up. I ain't finna interrupt it again, but I want you to catch up to it. She said it used to make her question herself. You know what I'm saying? If you want to get a woman mind messed up, mess with somebody that don't look as good as she do, and let her know about it. Most times they'll come back to you, because now you done took them down off their high horse. This really works on women who are pretty. Get someone who's not as good looking as them, but look good enough, and then let the ex know about it, man. She'll go crazy, man. I ain't gonna go no further than that.
still do you dirty, and they show you their true colors. It's like the good people suffer the most. Like they deal with the most hardships of things. Anytime I've ever been cheated on, it was never an upgrade. It was always a downgrade. So when stuff like that used to happen, it used to always make me question myself. How is that person better than me? Like, what do they do different from me that they ain't already doing that I've tried to do? I've had people tell me, what else can I bring to the table besides laughs and giggles? When
she is attracted to a broken man. These are men she's not talking about a man. She's talking about men. This is one of those women who will find herself in abusive relationships all the time. There's something going on in her childhood, something that she grew up around that wasn't there or was there that got her doing this, okay? There's a motive behind everything. If she's dealing with men who say things like, what can you bring to the table other than laughs and stuff like that? Now, remember, she's in the relationship at this time. You know what I'm saying? These type of women, I'm just telling you what I know as a younger man, man. These type of women, you can have her do anything. She'll take the charges for you, man. She'll take the drug charges for you, man. She'll do all that stuff, man. She's simple-minded. And I know y'all think I'm mean and I'm harsh when I say this stuff, but I'm telling you, as a person that was in the game, man, that was out in them streets, man, if I ever ran across a woman like that, I knew I had something. I knew I can get something out of her anytime. She's hurt. Now, y'all don't want to believe that there's men like me out there. I'm not like that now, but there's men out there. That's why fathers have to equip their daughters with the game, man. That's why mothers have to equip the daughters with the game, man. And that's why women need to have men in the household and stop having all these babies, these bastard children out of wedlock. You need to have a man to give them the game, man. Because I remember me in my 20s and stuff and early 30s, I would have ran to her. I would have tore her all apart, man. You know what I mean? And I wouldn't feel bad about it, man. I'm just being honest with you. If I'm going to get what I want, I do whatever it takes to get it. I have a Machiavellian mindset. If you don't know what that means, look it up. But I have a Machiavellian mindset. In other words, the end will justify the means. Now let that sink in for a minute. But let's keep going.
You ain't even been with a person long enough to get the wifely treatment or see their true potential. People be wanting you to cook, clean for them, do all this stuff for 3-4 months and talking to them, and will still live a double life behind your back. It's like, with that being said, clearly I have my reasons to have my guard up the way that I do, because I have to keep my heart protected at all costs, because I know it's too good to just be treated like anything by anybody. And I just never understood, like, when I met certain people, why they put me through like the ring around that they do, or for what reason, or try to like hold stuff from my past over my head that, you know, I regret or take back. Me being almost 30, next year is my last year of my 20s. And hold on. A motherfucker can't even get like past the talking stage nowadays, let alone dating. People be together 3-4 years and was cheating on you outside of it. It's like the years don't matter sometimes. It's like you just don't know. You don't know what you putting yourself into. You don't know what you did.
At 30 years old, you should know what the hell you're putting yourself into now, okay? I know I sound mean. I know I sound harsh, but you here for reality. This woman is weak-minded. This is a weak-minded, gullible, naive woman. And I don't say that to be disrespectful or even mean, but from what I'm reading off of her, that's what this is. That's a weak-minded woman, because she keep getting in the same shit over and 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 over again, okay? Over and over and over again. When you learn. You get what I'm saying? I know it's hard out there in the streets for dating right now, but damn, just because it's hard doesn't mean that you got to keep falling for the same type of man over and over and over and over again. Someone need to be real with us and say, look, you weak-minded and you need to get strong-minded. This is what it is. A lot of these women are weak-minded. And you're like, oh, that's cold, Jay, but it's the truth. It's really the truth.
When you don't know how a person gonna do you, no matter how much they think they good, no matter how much you start, it's like you don't want to keep a guard up because you try to keep an open mind. But me personally, I hate to have that image in my mind and in the back of my head, like this person can potentially hurt me, this person can potentially cheat on me, this person can do this, because I've been through it so many times. Trauma bond,
Traumatic memories of experiences that she's had with other people. You get what I'm saying? Now, am I making sense to y'all now? Now, honey child, it's okay to have an open mind, but an open mind doesn't equate to open legs. You need to keep your legs shut if you're going to have an open mind. Take your time. Vet right. Try to date somebody based on compatibility, not just on attraction and commonalities. You dig? If you get that down, a lot of this stuff would shift for you. It would change for you a little bit. You got to get the ism. Well, she ain't gonna have it. You got to get the game in you. You got to get the game in you, man. You got to be able to read game. You remember people used to say, game recognize game, real recognize real. That's what that means. She don't know anything, man. Anybody can scoop this bride up. If she like thugs, a thug will come up to her right now that look halfway good and decent, she'll fall for that. And she'll fall in love and get another trauma bond, and she be back on TikTok talking about, I'm 38 now and nobody love me. Oh, these men ain't. Yeah, like she's doing now. That's what's going to happen to her. Check back in 5 years.
I've literally even had women try to sexually harass me before.
Ooh.
I have no problem with LGBT, no gay women or nothing. I'm just telling y'all from my experience. I've always just been straight. But me as a little girl, I've had women like, why is you touching my breasts as a kid? You know what I'm saying? These women, they just as wrong as the men. It's just, I've come from so much hurt, so much pain. It's just
like I told you, she grew up around something. Something had to be going on in her childhood for her to have a broken mind like this. You can break a child's mind so much that they can hardly ever recover without help. You get what I'm saying? They will never recover without professional help. She can't identify what love is. That's why you got women who think love means you getting your head knocked in. Oh, girl, he just does that because he loved me, because they came from a background that's similar to that violence. They equated violence with love. You get what I'm saying? That's what this is, man. Some women really believe that toxic relationships are healthy relationships. Can you dig it? It's sad, but it's true. But I ain't trying to sound mean, but I'm going to keep it real. This is a weak-minded woman, and she needs someone to come in, not a man. She needs help. And then she needs to start thinking about that. But she's 30 now. She's going to get older and older, man. She better get it together.
it's just, I've come from so much hurt, so much pain. It's just always sitting there. Like, it doesn't keep me from treating a person good or treating them different, but you just hate to have that mindset. Like, if it's shit too good to be true, it's gonna always go left. Like, maybe one day, maybe it's sad that I'm finna be in my 30s, and like, I'm at the age now, like, motherfucker, like, I was planning to be married and stuff around this age, have my family, doing good in life. But me almost losing my life in 2019 just made me look at life different. And it just made me realize, like, life, and after graduating school, life really does not always go the way you want it to go. So you have.
Welcome to the real world. We've been telling you that. Whenever we get on here, tell y'all need to be feminine and get married by a certain age and stop having these damn kids like that. You were just like her. You knew every damn thing. But then when reality kick in, now you crying and all men are bad and stuff. Warning normally comes before disaster. You better take heed, man.
Have to make the best of it. And if you know you're a good person and you got a good heart, don't never let nobody and how they treat you change you how you are as a person. Don't never let them change that. If you know you do nothing wrong as far as like how you treat a person, don't never let somebody else and how they treat you change how your heart is good, because someone out there is going to appreciate it. It might take a decade. You might probably won't find love till you 50. But like, I've just zoned out from dating now. Like, I just don't have the emotional
Availability.
I can't really explain it. I just don't have the patience for it anymore. Dating, talking, getting to learn somebody over like a book, that's work. That's years. That's work you have to put into that. Just for people to turn around and do some trifling shit behind your back, you know what I'm saying? Or cheat on you, or don't want to be faithful to you, commit, or put their hands on you. I just wish people would love isn't like really out here like that no more.
I'm going to tell you something, man. It's funny she said that. It takes so long to get to know somebody. Y'all don't think like that when it comes to your degrees. You're willing to stay in that thing for damn near 8 years, 9 years to get a degree or whatever it may be, right? So that's why you're supposed to be focusing on trying to make yourself ready for a man at your early years in your 20s and try to look for a man instead of wait till you're 35 and 40 then look for a man and then start complaining. You took all them years that you needed to look for a man and put it in college degrees, man. So that's where you at today. Yeah. Well, anyway, you let me know what you think about this, man. I'll be talking to y'all pretty soon. I know somebody gonna say, "Oh, Mr. Hill mean, he mean," and I still don't care. Y'all take it easy now. You hear?